Hello, Dominic Renshaw here, owner of AdExtra. Basically, you're interested in Google Shopping. So I'm going to go through a few things here. The first one is, what is Google Shopping? Number two is, how do you set it up? And number three, 4 really good tips to optimize what you're doing. Don't forget though, you've got a free one-to-one consultation if you so wish, and I highly recommend you take it up. Just book online, get yourself that free consultation. We'll run through your present campaign and help you optimize and give you the advice you need to optimize that campaign. Anyway, let's kick straight off. So what is Google Shopping?
So let me show you what Google Shopping is. I'm going to look for a smart speaker, and you'll notice when I do this, certain ads appear at the top of Google. Now I'm actually going to look for a Google smart speaker rather than just general smart speakers, so therefore I'm going to type in Google smart speaker, and what we'll see is we'll get actual Google smart speakers. These ads here with the lovely pictures in are Google Shopping. Below this you will have your organic search, you'll also have your other ads appearing, but this is where Google Shopping appears. As you can see, it's got a lovely picture, quick description, price, who's selling it, and reviews. This is all picked up from the seller's back-end office. So everything they've got on the database at the back is picked up and shown as an ad on here, and that's Google Shopping. Now if I click this should go through to a product page, and it does in the case here. You can add it to basket, you can buy it straight away. Hope that helps. That's Google Shopping.
So, how do you set up a Google Shopping campaign? Well, first off, you need a product inventory. This is basically your electronic data about the products you have in your store or your online store. And then this information needs transferring to something called Google Merchant Center. Now you do that via something called a feed. Now this feed can be manual or it can be automated, but it's basically passing your information from A up to B. So from your product inventory up to the Google Merchant Center. Now when the information arrives in the Google Merchant Center, Google will do lots of checks on it and tell you and give you a report of exactly what is right and what is wrong with those products, and then you need to take action to amend the information accordingly. Once you've done that, you then need to go, okay, we're going to go through something called a CSS, a comparison shopping service. This stops Google being a monopoly. Google has its own, it's called Google Shopping, and there are many independent ones out there as well. However, a word of warning with the independents, they will say on their websites in big flashing letters they are cheaper than the Google Shopping. This is right to a degree, but I almost guarantee if you look into the full costs of using an independent, you'll probably find it's a very similar price, if not the same. Once you've gone through the CSS, you then go into Google Ads, specifically Google Shopping Ads, and this organises the data so your information can be shown as ads on Google itself. And therefore, when somebody types into Google, your ad shows, they go to your website, they buy your product. The other part of this is very important is Google Analytics. You need this installing and working together so you know exactly what's happening with your campaigns. There's no point in just saying, oh yeah, I sold 4 products last week, when you have no idea where they came from. Did they come from the ads? Did they come organically? You don't know. Analytics is absolutely critical to get right. So first off, product inventory. The next one is the feed. The next one is the Google Merchant Center. The next one is the CSS. The next one is the Google Ads. And finally, analytics. That's how you set up a Google Shopping campaign. Now, let's get on to some tips for you. Okay, there's 4 main tips I'm going to give you here with regards to Google Shopping. If you can get these right, you're going to get a return on your investment. The first off is this feed I was talking about. This is where your product inventory is sent through the Google Merchant Center. The information in that feed is basically what Google uses to show your ads. So you need to make sure that is 100%. So many people don't bother doing anything with this feed, and that is absolutely critical to make sure that your description is right, your product descriptions are right. Basically all those keywords you think about that you want your product shown for, this is where you do it. It's in the feed. The second tip is the Google Merchant Center. This is brilliant. The Google Merchant Center shows you lots of different information and gives you lots of really good ways of making sure the information is correct. However, it's very interesting because if it shows your information to be wrong and it keeps warning you about this and you do nothing about it, it will suspend your account and you will not be advertising on Google Shopping. Now, it can take a long time to get an unauthorized account back up and running again, so do not fall down this. Make sure you keep an eye on your Google Merchant Center. The third one is the Google Shopping Ads bit. Now, it's really important you organize the ads as you want them to show correctly. Lots and lots of people just ignore it and leave it in there and just let it show willy-nilly. You've got to get it organised in a very structured way, so that's the third important most point. And the fourth the final one, which so many companies do not do, get Google Analytics linked to your Google Shopping, so therefore you can see exactly what is happening. You can see if you're getting a return on your investment, because if you're not getting a return on your investment, there is no point in doing Google Shopping. Simple as that. Anyway, hope that was useful, folks. Don't forget, book that one-to-one free consultation. Seriously, we will look at your campaign and we will give you a full report of exactly what you need to do to optimize it. Other than that, if you haven't started Google Shopping yet and you want to, book the consultation. We'll explain exactly how to do it. Hope that was useful. Thank you very much.